I know this is just a dream, just a vision, but however, yesterday or this morning, I had a dream at which I have seen a beings like that one, like this one, but it was slightly different, the color different, because those I have seen is kind of was kind of is kind of translucid, almost transparent, but it was gray, okay, or Cyrus as they're called, and their head was slightly shorter, not exactly like that, because I didn't draw. I cannot pinpoint exactly, tell exactly um, how it looks like, but it was more or less like that. It's not that one is very large round head. Instead, it was a bit like this one, and but the color was like this, but there's no bone, of course. He was transparent, but all white, transparent white, shorter than this one, and of course no bone. But he was using an army or a weapon, and this weapon come out flash beams of rays, come out beam of rays, and it to shone towards earth. That's the vision I've seen today. That's been a long time since I have been have vision, because I have cut my hair short, and they said once we cut your hair short, it it will not kept a lot of information, okay, because you cut your hair short. So um, not all men are able to see visions as much as you women, because women keep the hair longer, but it doesn't matter. I mean, there's exception to the rule, because not you women go about to have vision. Nevertheless, this person have a long hair or thick mane, so nothing to do with it. I mean, but yeah, that has something to do with it, but at the same time, it's not something, not a rule. Okay, don't need to be paranoid about it. So the being was like shorter than that, white color but transparent, translucid, and it shoot rays, and it had something at the arms and the hands, and he looked like that, and he aimed to me, and I aimed towards the earth. Okay, so let's talk more about them. The Strategic Defense Initiative (SDI) was actually conceived as a defense against alien invasions. A large number of underground military bases have been built in the United States. Blah 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 blah. So they have this under the earth. The secret plan of the High Grace to establish on the planet a new world order, NWO, managed by the UN, which they secretly control. The UFO problem was dealt with by an organization specially created by the order of the US government back in 1933. According to the research of this organization, in 1935 the presence of aliens on Earth became a recognized fact. Over the next 20 years, employees tried to find out the intentions of space aliens and establish contact with them. And this happened in 1954. On February 2021, President Dwight Eisenhower met with the representative of an alien civilization. He could have been also Agathans. They are not alien, but rather they are the former beings to Earth, the former indigenous to Earth. They are not quite alien, they are intraterrestrial. And their agenda is to free Earth from invasion, from off-world invasions. The first meeting was unsuccessful. The aliens refused to transfer any advanced technologies to Earthlings. And why would they? Why would they give matches for children to play? Play war games in fire. Look at what the other day in Russia said. That if things is not met by the way how he want it, whoever want to attack him, he will throw a nuclear bomb in the United States, which could affect those part of Europe and whole, the whole of Americas. Now I ask myself, why can't anybody catch this bastard man? Why they can't catch him alone without have to resort to violence and throw bombs? Catch him personally. Why can't anybody do that? So he said that he'll throw first the bomb before the others bombard his Russia force. So you see, these are kids, kids governing this earth. They are not prepared to have high technologies yet until they develop their consciousness first. They evolve. Until then, they cannot have any type of massive weapons of destruction. They cannot have it because they are not prepared yet, psychologically, consciously wise, to deal with all these things. So, by they demand to stop the development of certain types of weapons, especially so nuclear weapons, they have said, hey, have not the Pleiadians from Orion claimed that they have already deactivated all the nuclear bomb on Earth? Haven't they told that? Huh, Pleiadians from Orions? Have you all not you guys said that you have already deactivated it? So why these kids are still having all those weapons? So the United States did not agree to stop its military projects and of course could not vouch for the rest of the world. So we saw Russia, they won't give up, and they are in cohort with China and the rest of the East. Contacts continued as a result of so-called Greada Treaty was concluded. What the contracting parties agreed on. The aliens do not interfere in the affairs of Earthlings. Earthlings, represented by the US government, keep secret the fact of the presence of aliens on Earth. Aliens help in technical development. This applies only to the American nation. Now I ask one question. Why would they ask these people to keep a secret? Why? If they were pro the minions here, I mean the herds here, the goyims, what they would do? They would come out and then they would make a disclosure, isn't it? They will come forward and then they will present themselves to the mass. Why don't they do it? Because there's something behind all this. They just don't want to appear or make a disclosure. So you see, I don't believe that they are defending or protecting the majority here. No, I don't think so. I think they are in it with their minority, with their minions, with stay in cohort with them to control the rest here. So aliens help in technical development. This applies only to American nation. Why would American nation? Why so special? Something wrong, isn't it? Aliens can take people and animals for scientific purposes. People after research should come back and memories of contacts with aliens should be deleted from their memories. This didn't happen to me, but wait a minute. Yeah, it happened to me, but I start to remember in 90s. It first happened in the 80s, I come to remember the 90s. But the rest I remembered the same instant. In 2014 again, 2013, 14, I was again, how to say, abducted, and I can remember. At the same time, I can remember, as soon as I wake up, wake up from the state of translucid dream, I was able to recall all that went through. I could recall their features, their craft, everything. The consequence of this agreement was the creation of numerous underground bases on which Earth aliens mastered extraterrestrial technology and aliens conducted experiments on human material. Yeah, that's true. So here another article which coincides with the things of vision I've seen. If aliens are flashing laser beams at their eyes, we now have a way to detect them. Really? I don't think so. You're gonna misjudge it, misunderstand it, and call it some supernova or something that is going on in the cosmos, etc. But except aliens attack, you are not going to take it as an alien attack. So no, I don't buy that. I don't think that they will detect anything. Because these aliens, they know how to use a field, a kind of a magnetic field of invisibility, and you're not going to be able to pinpoint and find it out. It's almost like impossible. So that's all. I think that I don't know what their agenda is, their motives, the reasons for all this attack, but I think they are planning something. Okay, and before I go, in earlier on they talk about Orion, isn't it? They talk about Orion. So what it means that Orion has something to do with the laser beams shot, the cosmic rays coming from Earth, or coming to Earth, entering Earth. I think they have an agenda behind all this. What it is, I'm not sure yet. However, either the grace work for Orion, and if I'm wrong, the grace is trying to nullify their work by throwing another kind of a beam to try to sabotage the Orion queen. Her name is Namun, something like that. Intentions to help earthlings here. Okay, either way, I have heard that Grace walks with Orion. How true is that? I'm not sure. Otherwise, if they aren't, their intention to throw laser beams and a gamma rays here on Earth is to precisely to destroy and to sabotage the Orion's works to help humanity for next year. That's my conclusion. Okay, that's all for now. Later I'll try and do some material about their Nunex one by one. I'm gonna find out more about them, then I'll post here from all the families.